Namaskar to all. Did you give that? Namaskar to all. First of all, I am happy to see all of you. In the last 23 months, here was Governor. I am actually sincere thanks for the press for your cooperation. So far, 12 novice schemes are introduced by us, and out of that 10 is somewhat complete. And I would like to say Asian Girls and Success. Goa Sambhurna Yatra first, then National Heritage Trees Yatra, then Island Yatra, then Vamana Vraksha Kala we introduced first time in India. Then Jackfruit Tree Garden also first time in the history of Rajbhavans. Aushadha Vadika is also equally important. Then Sweda Kabila Vaishwala is also a new item in the Rajbhavan. Food for the poor in the street. Steel Prudent also another scheme. And financial aid to more than 1,000 patients, cancer patients and dialysis patients. We went to their doorstep and supplied the checks and money. And the gift scheme of books introduced in Rajabhavan, whenever a person is coming, we are giving them one book, either in Konkani or in English or in Hindi or some other language. Now, today, another scheme, we declared it in February. That is called Nayi Pahal. Nayi Pahal is an idea we introduced, started in February, and now its first completion, first 5 books that the one is going to release on 29th coming Monday at 4 o'clock in that hall. Out of these 5 books, 2 are in English, 1 in Marathi, and 2 books in Konkani language. I am very happy to inform you that before I become a governor in Kerala, 4 years continuously under the leadership of me, there was a Sarga Vasanta scheme. Sarga Vasanta is a scheme wherein we have introduced more than 120 new varieties in Malayalam to our literature. Practically the same thing is happening everywhere in our country. For a new writer, a new writer's book is a risky affair. Normally, publishers are not interested in that. We can't blame them because if you are going to a bookstore, you want to purchase a novel or a poetry, then normally the best known persons in the field, star writers, they are purchasing the book. So a new person, even though he is talented, he well versed in writing, if he is a good poet, a new person, normally their books are, these publishers are concerned, they can't exhibit. So I am not blaming anybody, but one real thing I noticed, if you want to publish a book, new author, whether poet or any other literary form, at least he will have spent more than 50,000 rupees or something, huge amount for publishing. I already stated before you that so that book publishers are concerned, 60 books, only which people are interested to purchase. So many famous writers' books they are demanding and distribute and selling there. But what is to be done? In my scheme, 4 years, when I was an important lawyer in Kerala, sufficient income, 1 year from my income I have done it. And thereafter that was sponsored by 2-3 important persons in Kerala. And through that process, 120 new writers are introduced to the language of Malayalam. As far as directors are concerned, my organization there in Kerala also, they are not selling books. Printed the books and give 300 or 400 or 200 copies to them. They are at liberty to either to sell or freely give to people. Anyway, through that process, so many new writers come into the Malayalam language. Bear in mind this aspect, our former secretary is here, now he also is in charge of this. Present Secretary Rao is also there. Marvardhan, not to everybody. And we have declared our Nayi Pahal book sponsor scheme by the Rajabhan. Rajabhan is not going to sell any books. We are not dealing with any business as such. But we will help them for printing the book and prepared copies through functions or directly or indirectly we are giving to the audience. And Rajabhan is arranging some program through which prominent writers are giving it or prominent important persons are giving it. Say social acceptance also would be received by the author. That is a Nayi Pahal scheme. And now 5 books on Monday we are releasing. This is a novel idea. And so far in India, no such endeavor we can see anywhere. So 100 more books are in the pipeline. From our experience, we are more confident now because certain governmental institutions are not mentioning any name. They are also welcome this move and their fund is also for that purpose. And Rajabhan is not going to accept any fund from anybody. But we will introduce this concept scheme as far as possible to 22 scheduled languages in our constitution, plus English, 23. We want to introduce it in other parts of the country and underlining as far as books. The certain languages in the northeast and other things. It's not easy for us to do it. And we will try for that. Sponsoring books in all 22 plus 1 scheduled languages would be the next objective. And soliciting your help, your cooperation, and for the success of the same, people from all walks of life soliciting cooperation. And this is the purpose behind this conference. And Monday evening, as far as possible, I am requesting you to come and cover the program. And at the same time, the idea behind this new endeavor, sponsoring books in not 22 children languages, is a noble idea, because under the Constitution of India, 350A is introduced. Mother tongue should be given for importance, and we want more and more books in mother tongue languages, and we will also promote that constitutional commitment. And this is what I want to say before you. And one more aspect today evening, in our new Rajbhavan Hall, a big program is organized by that Nayi Award committee, and you all know our language, Konkani language, even though maximum 12 lakh to 20 lakh is the total people in our country and outside our country using this language. But at the same time, Hindi, more than 50 crore people are using that language. And Konkani, more than 20 lakh people are, 20 crore, not lakh, 50 crore and 20 crore like that. And other languages also 10 crore, 50 crore, 5 crore. But those languages are concerned. You see, I would like to say this Damodar Mouse is in fact a bridge between our state's language and the language all over the world. So the importance is there. Carmelin is an important book on that time. Just like Charles Dickens, orphan story and other things are there. I don't know our society, the importance of this award. And from Kerala, if such an award is given to a person, Nayi Award, it is just like a festival. People are celebrating it, and our language is a rich language. But at the same time, maximum is this Konkani language is being used by lakhs of people. I'm not going to the strength or anything else. It's a rich language. And for the growth of language, this time, this committee, all India level committee decided, and first time in the history of Nayi Award committee. Normally, we all know it was in the Rashtrapati Bhavan or Vigyan Bhavan or such a type of selected places is arranged, Language is getting this prestigious award and your professional services. This is what I want to say. Anything to ask, please.
Honorable Governor, sir, good afternoon.
Yes, yes.
My name is Shashwat, sir, from Herald newspaper.
Yes, yes.
Authors whose books have been published, how many of them are first-time authors? Any idea?
Yes,
New
yes.
authors?
Free of except the
According to our information, all these people are first time. And we ordered English also. And it's given to a journalist person. And so many articles he published. He collected it and he is doing it. We are putting cost, we are giving that. And as far as books are concerned, contents that is produced by, examined by expert committees of both languages and they certified. And as far as Rajabal is concerned, we are not the publisher, we are only helping them. All those people we are helping. Helping means that itself is a compliment. So giving more opportunity or prompting them to write more and more. And as per the present decision, only first book alone this type of acceptance by the Rajabal is given.
Sir, Pramod Thakur from Nautama. This idea how come to give encouragement to new authors to publish their books? Because for publishing book, it is costly.
So this is the idea I told you. I was a rural practitioner in law in Kerala. And I was also writing. Then I found the practical, once upon a time, about 25 years back, I was the president of the Kerala Book Publishers. Then I found the practical difficulty. Suppose a good youngster, fiction or poetry, writing well, going to a publisher, ask them to publish it. Practically it is not possible for the publishers because they will have to publish for a sale, they exhibit the book and book publishers, book readers are concerned, they are mostly like the famous writer's book, they will purchase. So publishers are also, booksellers are also, they will exhibit and promote the book only having chance of selling. So that is why we want to make new writers. Suppose for a downtrodden, very good writer. My experience I will tell you. 4 years prior to COVID, and at that time I was not a governor. That name, Sargavasanta. So Sargavasanta, through Sargavasanta, we called for books. And that books was examined by important people. And first time 7 books published, sponsored by me. And second time, third time and fourth time, under the label of a registered organization, not politically. More than 120 books of new authors. That means 120 new authors are introduced to Malayalam language. That experience is in my mind. And that is why we have introduced so many things. I have already stated 12 new schemes. Normally, I don't know what extent other Rajabhavs are doing it, but what is practically the difficulty and other things may be there. But here, I am a workaholic person. With the help of our former secretary and present secretary, port trust people are there, not in here, outside also port trust are there, shipyard are there, there are CSR parties there. So through that process, we are not accepting any money. So you pay 20% books expense. Like that we can do that. That is our idea. And contents of the book, anti-national and other things may not be so scrutinized by the committee. And other things, the right to theme for them, their liberty to take their own independent way. That one need not interfere. But we are promoting their printing cost or anything if they are in a position. I can say, but Tony Tapper, during our scheme in Kerala, his books got prize fictions. Then the Tony Tapper is concerned. Subsequently, he is a good writer now. At the first instance, because our organization tried at that time, and while receiving the first copy of the book from Sri M.T. Vasudevan Nair, a famous writer in Malayalam, he was weeping because of happiness. So that experience in my mind, and that is why I discussed with our Murvardhan ji, and on the basis of that, we have declared such a plan in February, and within a short time we are publishing 5 books. And the cooperation of my ADC, all other staff, controller, present secretary, all are cooperating with me. Joint secretary is also there.
So, is there any particular amount that has been set aside as corpus for this purpose, or it is as per the cost of the project?
Cost, very good type of book, not to come before us. 100 pages.
Yeah, it's about 100 to 150 pages.
Now the books are 100 to 150 pages. Its cost may be, printing cost may be given, and certain persons, some small amount also. This time that we are printing cost we are giving, and the 3 persons are concerned, 10,000 rupees each also in the function we are giving. So promoting that is all.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Will you be scrutinizing the content of the books to ensure that the accuracy of information or matter is preserved?
So that aspects this book is concerned, these books are concerned. There are specific provisions in our law. Nobody is allowed to violate, and they have prepared first attempt that some undertaking we are obtaining from these authors, that this is not copied from any other book, or anti-national activity is not there, obscene things are not there, political things are not there. This is the first book we can't say anything. If other things are there, that one will not help.
This is coming from Nayi. These schemes are only for Goan state writers, and other state.
And that is now our idea is to, that is why I use the word heading. Sponsoring books in all 22 scheduled languages would be the next objective. That next is not fixed so far. So let us first complete the 100 books. We will do within 1 year. And along with the same, the suggestion of sponsoring by some reputed governmental institutions from the CSR fund, if that is going to be realized, we will be able to do more and spread into other parts of the country also. For example, in Kerala, suppose 2 Malayalam books are, we can ask certain people there to sponsor it. Cochin Shipyard is there, or that port trust is there. Like that in Manipur or any other state or Delhi, any other state. Such a, we will be able to do within our limits. Rajasthan has got its limits. And anyway, our government here also fully cooperating with us. Now, presently the money is given by our state government. That specifically I am mentioning. The presently allotted some amount for this purpose by the government of Goa, and that is why we are giving our subject Konkani, Marathi, Hindi and Sanskrit. And later English also added. So these are 5 languages. One way or other way, the people are connected to that, and that is why government fund is being used for that purpose. So, I am requesting all of you to come for lunch also, arranged by that.